Alright, people are getting desperate. The demand for Naruto FighterZ has always been there, but these last couple of weeks it has definitely intensified. A Naruto fighting game in the style of Dragon Ball FighterZ would definitely be a dream come true. In this last week alone, I've seen Dr. Blue make a video on it, Dotodoya and Lotus jumped into Storm 4 trying to scratch that itch. But my question is, if y'all want a Naruto fighter so bad, why aren't you playing the Naruto fighting game? With ongoing balance patches that you could play right now on PC. For free, online, with ongoing tournaments and everything. Sound too good to be true? Well, this is Super Naruto Gekto Ninja Taisen 4. A fan mod for Gekto Ninja Taisen 4, which I know, fan mod already sounds scary. Don't worry guys, it took me less than 10 minutes to set it all up and get into a match. Time to learn a new fighting game, boys, but not before we learn something new with today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. These classes are designed for real life and all the circumstances that come with it. If you're an aspiring content creator or artist, check out Nathaniel Drew's class, Creativity Unleashed, and learn how to find your own voice and let the people know what you're all about. There's also some great advice on video editing, thumbnail design, and tons of other topics if you want to, have a social media presence, which is just more and more important nowadays, especially with lockdown. And Skillshare is always launching new premium classes, and it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. But for a limited time, if you click the link down below, you'll get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, which will give you plenty of time to learn something. Make sure to join. Link down below, check out the classes they're offering, and learn something new with that free trial. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. First of all, Gekto Ninja Taisen 4 was a game that came out for the GameCube only in Japan. And you may be surprised that even just last year, it was one of the games played at Combo Breaker, a major fighting game tournament, in case there were any doubts that this is an actual proper fighting game. Now, the game came out over 15 years ago, and obviously there is some broken stuff, some balancing issues. No game stays out for that long without broken stuff getting discovered. And this being a GameCube game, you couldn't really patch it. Here comes a passionate community that creates this mod that balances things out. That's what turns Naruto GNT4 into Super Naruto GNT4. One-tailed QB Naruto used to be banned from tournaments, not anymore. Gaara is actually a decent character. He's my first main in this game.
That's just impossible. You may as well just throw it out. Who cares?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get punished.
I mean, players can punish me. You can't, but players can punish me.
True, I can't punish you. Oh, that's behind. Yep.
Everyone is pretty much viable at this point, and things keep getting adjusted. The build that we have right now is sort of an open beta. They are approaching their 1.0 release soon, which is very exciting. You can find instructions on how to get the game going, how to properly set it up in the fans Discord channel, which I'll leave a link in the description down below. It looks complicated, but trust me, it took me less than 10 minutes to set it all up. And if you have trouble, the server is full of people ready to help. And this is also where you can play tournaments and stuff. I really like the way the server is structured. It's fairly easy to find other people to fight with, and they really have a ton of tournaments. Some are open where anyone can sign up, others are aimed at beginners, like the Chunin exams. If you pass the Chunin exams, you get the role of Chunin and you can sign up for even better tournaments. So you don't get bodied as soon as you join the community, though I'd say that as an European, the scene is kind of empty right now, so let's fix it. Join the server, link below. The game is super easy to get into. Movement-wise, you can strafe in 3D, jump, double jump, run, backdash, and for your moves, you can generally just smash the attack button if you're a beginner. That will net you some decent damage. For more optimal stuff, the game has this thing called Y cancels, where you hit the Y button to cancel an attack animation during certain moves. Each character has a few strings that you can find in the options menu, and they all have their uses. For instance, a string starting with back B will usually have armor to counter an opponent's approach. Neutral B is your fast punish button, down B is a sweep that can usually lead into a juggle combo, but really, you gotta pick a character and just start exploring your options. Itachi is a wonderful example of a beginner crusher. You just jump and throw your clone out there, people don't know what to do about it. Turns out the answer is as simple as sidestepping, but even then, Itachi is super strong. But like any fighting game, if you know how to counter him, even a slow character like Choji can challenge him, especially since he has armored command throws.
Yo!
Give me a hug.
I don't want no hug.
Give me a hug.
Oh no, I don't want a hug.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, you killed it. You killed the armor. What? Oh, that was a parry.
What are you gonna do about this, Choji? What are you gonna do about it? Absolutely nothing.
Sidestep it.
So... Oh, that's a...
Oh, baby.
Oh no. No!
Give me a hug.
Get
Oh
off
no,
me.
no, 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 no. Oh, it was so close.
After all these hugs, let me give you a hug of my own with my sword.
Don't hug me with your sword. One thing that will take some getting used to is your character having their back turned to your opponent. You may have noticed that this game has substitutions, like pretty much all Naruto games. So the opponent will show up behind you after substituting, unless they really mess up the timing and sub out on the wrong move.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh!
No!
Oh, what a bad sub! That sub sucked! But this is a part of the game that I've really grown to like as well. Simply turning around can be dangerous. Since you are moving towards your opponent, you're not blocking, so your options are usually to just run away or try to jump backwards over the opponent to face the right direction again.
Oh yeah, I don't have kunai, so I can't like.
Jump back, yeah.
Yeah.
Jumping A. This is all information that I've been able to learn over the last couple of weeks, which is to say there's some depth here. And I've mainly stick to Gaara as my main character. As soon as I jump to another character, there will be a whole other world to explore, as every character is fairly unique. And if you want to learn more, again, this Discord is a godsend, whether it be for universal tools or character-specific stuff. Now, I also don't want to overhype this game and have you guys disappointed when you first try it out. I don't think there has been a single game in this entire series that has figured out hitboxes. There is always some attack that doesn't connect properly or some wonky invulnerability that shouldn't be there. For instance, Gaara is invulnerable for way too long after this attack. Should Rock Lee's punch connect in this situation? Questionable. But Sakura's zoning should have definitely hit Zabuza right here.
Welcome to my full screen neutral. What are you gonna do about this? Okay, you can run past that. That's not very nice. That wasn't very nice.
You gotta put up some mist, and you gotta hold that. But ultimately, if we want a Naruto FighterZ, I think we need to do more than just ask for it on Twitter. We should show that there's a community hungry for a Naruto fighting game. My suggestion is, let's flood the server, let's be active, let's learn how to play, let's hype up tournaments. If there is a big community participating in what is essentially a dead Naruto game that came out over 15 years ago, then maybe that sends some kind of message. That message being, maybe a Naruto fighting game would actually be popular in 2021. No!
I think I'm gonna fall for it this time.
By reviving Storm 4, you're not necessarily asking for a fighting game. I mean, there have been 6 Storm games in total, and the online always felt like an oversight, like it only existed in the background. The netcode was always bad. During 6 games, they never fixed that. Broken characters don't get fixed. It's just not the type of game they were making, and maybe we can talk more about this topic in a future video. But for now, just give this game a chance. Give this community a chance. Because this is as close as we ever got to a real Naruto fighting game. And who knows, if we play this enough, maybe the modders will give Tyson Special the same treatment. Bigger roster, better graphics, I'm sure a lot of people would love it. But yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, I'm calling out Dr. Blue, Lotus, Dotodoya, and pretty much every content creator out there that ever asked for Naruto FighterZ. I'm calling you out to just try out Super Naruto GNT4. I'm not saying you gotta make videos on it, it's your channel, I don't think anyone should ever tell you what kind of content you should make. But I don't think you can go from asking for Naruto FighterZ to reviving Storm 4 without at least trying this out. Link to the game's Discord in the description down below, where you can also find a link to today's sponsor, Skillshare, where you can learn something new for free with that free trial. Have you played this game before? Who was your main? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!